I'm at 150 right now. Where are you?
93 on round 5.
Oh, you are.
Apparently I ran it 1.5x.
I thought you were going back to 1.0. All right, let
I
me go
meant
to
to.
round
I didn't notice that I was at 1.5 until after I was well in front of you.
Yeah. So we're having some raves because they go well, and I switch again, just switch sides again. My opponent is dropping the melter where the worms are not, which is another very good thing. Like repositioning into this board is just amazing in my opinion. I can add another level 2 worm and just throw the rave in the flank to cover it and throw the other rave near the worms to clear chaff for them. I think this is how you are supposed to play aggro. I'm not entirely an expert, but I think this is pretty much how you're supposed to play the sort of wily, really evil kind of aggro, quote unquote evil, because you're fighting the opponent where the opponent is not, and then you just have Stormcallers there blasting the opponent's units from afar.
Looks like a plan, and I like the positioning there. I'm going to speed up to the start of round here.
All right. I'm going to do the same. We also get the underground maintenance. Because when we take a tower, and especially in 2v2, if we're going up against the other opponent, we can just heal a lot.
Yep.
All right, I'm at the start of round 5 now.
All right, I'm going down to 1.0 I'm at start of round.
So as you can see, the Wraith and some crawlers in the front to not have the marksman instantly lock the Wraith are pushing in. Wraith and the worms are chaff clearing. The crawlers are actually getting in because, well, the Vulcans are on the inside, both of them, clearing out some units and getting storm called upon. And now the tower is kind of in big trouble here. And when the tower is in trouble and the storm crawlers are already firing upon the Vulcans, then you know the Vulcans are having a very bad day.
Yep. Sad Vulcans and worms are healing. If they had taken any damage at all, they'll be back up to full by the time they come up.
Yep. And there still is some Stormcallers left, although some died because I didn't have enough chaff clear here, and that still is true. But I definitely need to fix that, but I was just playing the big switcheroo game. The Melter is probably gonna get, yeah, it got that Wraith, but it has multiple worms chewing on it.
Right, it never targeted a worm.
Yeah.
The worms go underground.
So you wanna definitely hit the speed up button relatively soon here. Yeah. We're having a Wraith on Wraith battle here. I have more health on my Wraith, but my opponent has 2 Wraiths to my 1 and actually wins the Wraith off. However, these are 2 level 1 Wraiths and these are 2 level 2 worms with heal. You can basically start speeding up ahead until the end of the round.
Yes, right. This is a run it at 2.0. They're never going to catch up.
Well, not catch up. There isn't enough on the board for my worms to go there. What's going to really eat the time here is these 2 barely doing any DPS, the level 2 worms. They won't burrow or heal or anything, but they're just pure health.
They just have hit points. 118,000 hit points each.
I kind of wish I had anti-air on the worms right now. I do have it as a tech option, but I didn't pick it here because, well, there's not really a purpose in my board right now to do that. So I'm at the start of round 6 now.
2-1-0. And now I'm starting round 6 at 1.0.
Yep.
Amp Core Worm.
All right. Exactly. Amp Core Worm. But once again, my opponent is, you know, trying to counter it with a Melter. And I think I just plain switcheroo once again. I'm still only at 2 worms. I can reposition 1 and then just put another worm next to it, or maybe even 2 more worms. Or actually, I think I wasn't doing that this time around. Yeah. Instead, my EMP is off cooldown.
Right.
And that means that unless my opponent distinctly remembers it, I can just EMP the melter. I don't know why he's going range here out of all techs. Range is the one thing you're not gonna be worrying about against worms. He should have gone suck here. But you know, it's just the standard Exodia builder way of thinking. I need range on my units.
Range on my
Surely,
melter is
if
the
I drop
first
enough
tech.
Falcons, I will. Also, note that I put fire on the storms and threw the fire down because I'm going in on that side. Might as well just burn everything that goes and tries to go for the storm callers. I'm
Yep.
also dropping a level 2 arc light in that corner here to bait some chaff, bait the melter for a bit, and just occupy my opponent here.
Right. We've got this flank happening.
Meanwhile, yeah. Meanwhile, you can look at Mambo's board as well. And there's a fat EMP here.
Yeah, we saw the fat EMP in the distance. Round has started for us. And as you said, we're lighting the ground on fire on the right. That's going to take care of a lot of chaff.
Yep.
We have dispatched a little bit of opponent's chaff to Mumbo, which is a little unfortunate. Because of the pull from the level 2. Yeah, Cody's got a good point.
Though at the same time, it pulled a lot of his stuff. I actually checked in the replay, and it pulled a lot of his, a lot of chaff on his side as well towards my units.
But the Cody's got a good point, which was if you're dropping the oil and lighting the ground on fire, you didn't actually need the arc light to because it pulled them away from the fire. You were going to burn them anyways.
Well, the plan is multi-stage in that specific case. I think we can speed up now. Yeah, my worms take that tower, and my opponent has a lot coming in despite the EMP. So this is basically how much trouble Mumbo is in right now.
Right. Mumbo, this is not Mumbo's replay. This is SirLimbo's replay. Mumbo is trying to forget about this game.
Oh wait, he's gonna have his moments in the spotlight for sure here. I can guarantee you that much.
All right.
Because as well, I think this has gone for me right now. Like, I'm slapping my opponent 5 days a week and taking the other 2 days off. This is also not going to last forever. He's building the big units. He's building melters and Vulcans, and if you have just enough of them, I think just about any board dies that isn't pure Wasp.
Right. So we reposition the level 3 Sandworm at 70 seconds of round 7. And by 2 more level 2s, we sold the level 2 here, repositioned the 1, buy 2 elite recruit 2 of them. Makes good sense. Now we're coming from a different direction. We are where the melters are not. And with the right mobile beacon, we can go get a tower. The storms now have range. That's going to help these ones in particular, because they won't get pulled out of position at the start of the round. And we've also got... We have an enhancement module on this set of storms, but instead of selling them, he's just letting them level up.
Yep.
Until somebody does...
These storms are really good here.
Yeah, until somebody does some anti-missile. You can see some AMDs coming out for opponent.
Yeah, but AMDs are very risky here because the worms get in your face and they might just splash them.
Yeah, if they eat those are gone, right? So...
Yep. So I think when you... like, I was going for this composition from the start. Stormcallers with fire to clear out chaff in addition to the Wraiths.
Right.
And just keep the opponent at bay and have them, like... They have to deal with the worms in that sense.
Right.
And at the same time, they're just getting peppered by the Stormcallers. And everything is on fire. And if I fight where my opponent is not, then he's going to have a lot of units running into ranged fire Stormcallers.
Right. Now, the next part of this comp, I would imagine, is Wasps. A lot of people would have started with the Wasps.
Yeah.
Worm Wraith Wasp.
Personally, my Wasps aren't exactly designed for this. So I don't have that. You can see, I don't know if you're at that point already, you can see that the worms just ate an anti-missile device, so that's 100 down the drain.
Yep.
At the same time, Stormcallers are peppering the other anti-missile device on that side, so yeah, looks like more money wasted. This is why it's risky, in my opinion, to go for anti-missile devices if you're facing storms and worms.
Okay.
But you can also see that right now I am in trouble, but look on the other side.
Here comes Mumbo. Mumbo has turned it around.
And not by a little bit, if I may say so myself.
Yeah,
he's turned it around royally.
Yep.